Sponsored by Battle Tribe. For awesome stickers, patches, t-shirts, art, and more, check out our Etsy store, Battle Tribe.
Hey everybody, it's Matt Rendar. Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to do like a little hobby progress. I was working on some of the new Tyranids, some 3D printed Tyranids I've been working on, and like the Leviathan box. So slowly but surely I've been going through. So right before I broke, this is a table that I used the other day with a game with a couple friends. Before breaking it down, I thought it'd be a really cool, backdrop just to showcase some miniatures I've been working on. So I do the Alien Xeno theme, but like I saw Duncan Rhodes the other day doing that Starship Trooper look, and I was just like, I have to include some of that warrior bug color. So now I'm starting to add just a little highlight, like a little red stripe, kind of give like the arachnid warrior look, but not leaning. I'm not going away from the aliens look to keep everything look like it belongs together. So first up, I just finished this Swarm Lord. This is 3D printed. And from Puppet Wars. I still got to finish the swords a bit, add some highlights. Really cool though, man. But printed it out, looks really kick-ass. It's huge compared to a regular Swarm Lord from Games Workshop. So thought that might get these out of the way. So really cool. It's got the Queen Alien look. So, and I added some Puppet Wars Ripper Swarms to the base. I thought that they came out really cool. I did some oil washes on them. And this is I think a Steel Forge Deathcore Creed guy. It's a casualty. He's like cut in half. Really gory. He's crawling away. So he's a little hard to see because he's underneath this shadow. And then you could see I did like a some red coloring stripes to give like a warrior bug look, but still keeping that aliens theme. So really cool how it came out. And just I have a million Swarm Lords. I just love that character ever since it came out. And so that's him, but he's just a beast, man. With his casualty, just a big hulking beast. So we'll get him out of the way. Then we'll go to the Von Ryan's Leapers. Really, how awesome are these smaller lictors? They're actually pretty good in the game. They kind of you hide them and charge them in, but really cool. Their teeth, and then they got the tentacles, a very Cthulhu look. This one I had some corn blood effects on him. He's really kicking ass. This is like the leader one. He's got like the tall spike. So I do a Drakari blue and grays, and then I do all the carapace in black with some Codex gray highlights around the edges, and then I gloss just the carapace and the claws, give it that wet xenomorph aliens look. So it's kind of a speed paint way to do it, and it's kind of not. So I still go in there and add like little highlights here and there, but just a scheme I've been doing forever. And then here's another one. This guy's awesome. He's fully running. Just a beautiful, so much motion in these miniatures. It's just absolutely love them. They just look great. Look at those claws rearing back like that. Just violent of action. So really cool. And then we'll go to the Carnifex. Now, let me tell you, the Carnifex in the game is pretty nasty. So this one, I just cut his base a little bit, so he's kind of like running. Once again, I used one of those casualties, pretty gory. There's some skulls in there. And then I 3D printed the Puppet War Ripper Swarm bases and just covered the base in them. So I just thought it looked cool. It looks like a giant swarm of just Tyranids racing across. And then I did the Xenomorph paint scheme with the black shiny carapace. But for this one, I added the stripes on his back. So I gave him that Starship Trooper warrior bug look. So it binds them together with the older miniatures that I have in my army, and just gives it a little flair. I'm excited to do the Hormagaunts. The Hormagaunts, I'm gonna give them like one little stripe on the head. So, but you could see the base. It's got that. Actually, gotta touch that base back up again. But you could just see the murder and mayhem. Just these rippers swarming all over the base and their tails and stuff. I did some weathering powders. So pretty cool. He's pretty mean looking. And then here's the standard one. So a few Starship Troopers, so having the corpses around, just Imperial Guardsmen that have been taken out. Really cool. Just a cool miniature. I love this miniature as a kid. Second edition, the Carnifex, the Screamer Killer. but it's really cool that they brought him back. And he's just a big miniature. Really good in the game too. So he's got these little stripes, some stripes in the back, and then the gloss coat, the Ard coat gloss on the armor. But on the big bugs, I actually add, you could see some highlights, edge highlighting with Codex Gray, and then the gloss, but the smaller bugs I don't, just to speed them through. I make sure I get the eyes and the teeth highlighted. So it's like a Drukhari, Dark Eldar, grayish blue, Codex Gray, and then I use like a very light gray for some edge highlighting in some spots just to make it pop. But and then we got the Psychophage. So this one I glued together the way he's supposed to be, and I added the Ripper Swarms. I got some, he's dragging that arm of that Marine in. Got some more Ripper Swarms, but it just looks cool that there's like a horde of Tyranid creatures running with it. So when these things are all side by side, it just looks like just a wave of Tyranids. So this one I glued exactly the way it was, and then this one I converted. So this I added a bunch of dead Imperial Guard, 3D printed Imperial Guard, and I got the base with the Rippers on it, looking cool. And then I took the one guy that was cut in half, and I shoved them in his mouth, so he's getting swallowed up. How horrible is that? You can see his little, see his hand. Let's see if we get close, zoomed in. So my Tyranids are mean. Grim dark, baby. So, and then I cut the smokestacks off, and I just green stuffed holes so he's not spurting out his gases. So, and you can see the base. Dead Deathcore Creed guys in there. Thought that was kind of cool. So I'm really happy how this one came out. I reared him on his back, and I did some cutting, some green stuffing, but it's not bad. But he's just whipped the guy up and he's swallowing him up. Ah! Really cool, like a little mini diorama. And then this I'm still working on. This is the Nero Tyrant, which is really good in the game. I actually big fan. But this one I haven't glossed yet. I still gotta do some more detail, but you could see how I did some highlighting with on the black carapace. But once I'm done with that, I'm going to gloss it. Also too, I'm gonna do an airbrush. I'm gonna do a spat of white and then some glow. So he's got the, but I'm really digging this. This thing's pretty nasty looking. And he's actually really good in the game. Big brain bug, yeah. So the last game I had him running alongside the Swarm Lord, and they were dealing a lot of death and mayhem. So, well, that's a quick on the table painting update. I'm getting ready to do all the minions and then the Marines that came with the box and so forth. So I hope you enjoyed these, and got more to come. So like and subscribe, and some cool content and stuff coming on the way. Take care, everybody. Bye.